Alright, hey everyone, it's me, Tony. As you can see, this is the Soy Sauce Asian channel. We're chatting about cigars today. Today I'm doing a review on the cigars and our new unit, the RabbitAir A2 or something like that. So, we're gonna take a look at this unit and then we'll wait until somebody starts to join us and then we can refresh everything and then we'll go from there. So let's start with making sure this is live. It is live, and some people might not get used to this setting because this is the new setting. And you can see you're looking at two coming out right now because I have the other angle on right now. But I am going to turn that off just about now. Let's see. There we go. Now it's off. So while we're waiting for more people to join us, let's talk about this. For those who doesn't know me already, my name is Tony. I make chat room videos, live videos while I chat and smoke with you guys. And this is how we gotta do this whole session. You'll see my previous few videos where we have also I'm talking here and just chat with everybody and we just smoke. But before we start, I had to put on my very signature hat to protect my hair from the smoke, and that way we can start from here. There we go. Alright, let's see. I usually turn on the Facebook, so we can do that. And let's see if this is working though. Like I'm not too sure today is working because I just changed the settings, and my settings are not the same as usual. I just do both settings, but today I'm using new settings, so I had to kind of pay attention to it. Let's see, this one. Alright, here we go. Let's double check this. Alright, so I'm using a new unit and I'm looking at the chat separately, and I'm hoping that this chat is showing correctly because I'm not even sure if this is showing correctly. Let me see. Oh, there we go. So apparently the chat is not showing correctly, so I'm looking at the chat separately. So guys, I'm sorry if you didn't see before. I couldn't see the chat until now because the chat was showing kind of weird. Let me remove the on-screen chat for now. Let me see if I can change that. Let me catch up on some of the messages here. I don't know if you drink, bottle limited to salt the camera crown. It's dangerous couple, Filthy Viking. We have Martin here. Hey Martin. Martin. Italian. Am I in an Italian accent today? Understand. This is the primary screen. It's showing that I'm on right now. Why is this screen so weird? There's gotta be something I can edit. Anyways, we'll move to the old style view so I can see the chat because I need to see the chat to see what's going on with you guys. Let me move that back, move the chat room up so that I can see everyone. Pop-up chat. There we go. All right. Now, so today we are smoking the Padilla Habano, was it Artisanal? Can you guys see this? So I do have the RabbitAir on right now. Let's see if I can show you guys. But first, that's the cigar we're smoking today. And you see the RabbitAir is right there, running very nicely. So let's make sure it's going out. So far I set it up. When I first set it up, it actually shows that my room is horrible in air quality. It takes like 15 minutes just to get all the filter unwrapped and basically fit into there. There's like 5 layers of filters in there, and then each layer of filter have all weird stuff too. So I fit that in, I put it on here. I want to be right as close to the smoke as possible, so I put it right up here, and I ran it and I went upstairs. When I went upstairs, I came down. The original old smoke smell went away a little bit, and that's about 5 minutes. I think about 5 minutes, a little bit more than that, and then the smoke went away. After the smoke went away, I let it continue to run. Right now, it's in like a purple air quality. I don't know if you'll ever hit green, but I wanted to see if as soon as I smoke, it went red. So let's go with that. Okay, let's go with that. Like all these things are showing weird when I use this software. Maybe in the future it'll get better. I just had to fix it when I get a chance. Anyways. So why are you guys smoking today? I want to know. It's Christmas. Everybody should be smoking some sort of special sticks, right? I destroyed it a little bit, but that's okay. Ooh, this one's thick. On the list, it says 600 to 750. I did buy the top model, so this is the N780 model. It comes with the Wi-Fi function, which I haven't turned it on yet because I don't even know how to do it. It has a light sensor, and it's got, I think the filter is relatively the same, but we'll have to find out because I think when you buy it, it has like 4 different kind of filter you get, but then I think that only changed one of the filter of all of them. So I'm seeing people saying Amazon Basin earlier, and Placencia Reserve Original, Oliva V, Romeo 505, Turbacano. Have you tried that? I'm not sure if I tried that yet. No, I haven't tried that. No, I haven't tried that. So, and this is my second smoke of the day already. I actually smoked earlier when my family was here. My Christmas is doing good. My Christmas is great. I actually received this as a Christmas present from my wife. Let me turn on the close up. This. Straight to the point with my initial on it, and it has a bullet to the side. So you can see like a little bullet. So yeah, let's light this up and see if that thing goes crazy. United Natural, okay. So I was excited. It's funny because yesterday I received this right after I turned off the light on yesterday. As soon as I turned off the light feed, that showed up in front of my door. I don't know how that sensor is gonna censor the smoke, but we'll see. See if you'll start to say, hey, you're smoking, blah, blah, blah. I always like the soft flame better. In the beginning, when I first learned it, I always used torch. But I learned that when you do torch, it kind of burns the side too much sometimes. It overheats, and it doesn't always light the whole tip. But when you use soft flame, the soft flame actually gets breathed in. You know, that it's like a double-edged sword. When you use a torchlighter, the flame cannot move because the wind. And the same thing with smoking, you can't draw the fire in as much. So when you're using soft flame, it gets drawn in much, much better. So that's why I end up learning that soft flame was better. This old man told me when I was smoking the lounge, he said, there's no wrong way to light your cigar. There's only one right way. Get it? So you can light it however you want it. It's not wrong, but there's only one right way to do it, which is soft flame. I had a little loose straw here. I think there's a hole in the front, that's why. So because the way this is constructed, it's many layers of like different tobacco glued together. I think this one is just somewhat of a weird draw because the way the front has a little hole in there, that's actually preventing me from getting a really good draw. But we'll see if this improves as I go. So far, very little bit of pepper, coffee, and tobacco. Little bit of like raisin or something like that, some like dry fruit. By the way, today I'm drinking a Cavallon as pairing. Got a small bottle, so I just decided to dump everything in, along with my big bottle and dump a little bit in too. So today I'm actually drinking something different for once because I had coffee earlier today, so I didn't want to, you know. So I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the fan speed up now. It's much louder. I'm not sure if you guys can actually hear the noise. Can you guys hear the fan back like more now? The fan literally just went crazy, and let's see if I can blow more air and see if it does filter more. Oh yeah, you can literally see the smoke getting drawn in there. You see that? Like it's actually kind of cool seeing the smoke getting drawn in, huh? The RabbitAir, I think, cost me $635 after tax and stuff. So right now I'm testing this to see if at the end of this smoke, would I be able to smell the smell? Because it did get rid of the old smell after I run it for 10 minutes. So whether or not you can keep the smell off is the question, right? So I'll keep this running while we're going this. And we'll continue with the review of this thing. I know that a lot of places don't sell this anymore. This is an old cigar. But if you can trade for this, just for the interesting like composition of this wrapper, I think it's worth it if you can trade it. I don't know how much this actually costs because I don't think you can buy this anymore. Does anybody know if you can buy this anymore? It's gotten sweeter as I go in, and then a little bit more cocoa smell, cocoa taste came out. So actually, I think this is just like entry medium flavor strength. Let me wash that off and try again. Okay, very coffee-y. Like there's a lot of coffee note in this. The pepper in the beginning goes away, and there's a little bit cocoa in there, almost creamy cocoa, and some sort of like dry raisin or dry fruit of some sort, like a berry, is in here too. So if you like infused, this could be the next step to go if you can find this. Doing a good job to take the smoke away from the screen. That's actually a good thing because I always had issue with that. Smoke just lingers in the front. But that could also because I put it really close to me. But we'll continue to give this a test. I want to give it a fair shot to make sure this is good because I'm always skeptical. I'm very skeptical of this because every lounge that I go has one of these, but it didn't filter the room smell for me. Like when I'm in the place, like have you ever been to a place that has one of these, but then when you go in, it still smells like cigars? I'm actually in the same room that I normally smoke in, William. What is up to 134 today? This is the same room that I usually smoke in. What happens, what you guys usually watch is I'm right next to my office table, which is that way, over there in the corner. And this is actually the lounge itself, a piece of the lounge. So this room is about 700 to 800 square feet, and it's under construction. That's why I can only use certain parts of this. Because I took away the wall and that I'm planning to do a walk-in humidor here. Oh yes, it's 134 today. I don't know if you guys can see in the corner of the screen right here. I put a meter there. Our goal is to 200, but I don't think we're gonna hit 200. So if we do, we'll see. I'm hoping that we do hit 200. Go share to your friends, family, whoever likes cigar. Just do it. I just realized there's a the test message that I had over there earlier, so I'm gonna remove it. Remove. There we go. Yeah, that was bothering me. What time did I get up? We didn't get up early. I got up at 11 today because I slept like 5 in the morning. I'm looking at the smoke. Hopefully that it shows that it's going in. I can tell you that right away I do feel the air is more refreshed, more breathable. You know how like when you go into a cigar lounge, a cigar room, the room feels stale and it's lack of oxygen because there's a amount of smoke in there. Right now it feels like very acceptable, fresh air here and there. So actually got day off, told me last night, but not complaining a bit. Of course, day off, totally enjoy that. $12:30 last night, woke up at 6. Well, it really depends, right? If you have kids, you're bound to wake up earlier. So I can totally imagine. Oh, look at that! Something refreshed. So if you see the corner, I have 8 people on the chat in the room. So that's kind of cool because I'm still trying to figure out how how I can do this because I'm doing a lot of changes to the viewing experience for everybody. So yeah, bear with me here and there because I'm trying to make sure I get everything correct for everyone. So eventually we will have a chat in the corner right here, so people who doesn't use the chat room can actually see the chat. So I think that's a good thing, that good upgrade for everybody. But I'm working on the programming on that, so we'll see. So far the flavor of this cigar is very enjoyable. It is big. I make sure to have a good meal on that when I come down for this. It is a lot of coffee. There's no wood taste whatsoever. Coffee and cocoa is the major taste in this, but it kind of get my throat dry. I don't know if it's because the alcohol or the cigar. It does get my throat kind of dry. We'll see. As we continue, we should be able to see if it gets better. I mean, this could be a major upgrade. That could be pretty good. My mother-in-law was kind of happy that I bought something to filter the smoke because she obviously didn't like the smoke either. So hopefully this worked, because if it works, I can have more people smoking here. You aim high unless you're dry. Yeah, it's got this like a little raisin aftertaste. Like I really feel like I'm chewing raisin and had the aftertaste. So far so good. So far so good. And this is my second cigar of the day, so hopefully I don't get sick. It is a big one. But I constantly wanted to smoke this one because the design on it. And I'm a sucker for the design. I actually like the band. This band reminds me of the Cigars Daily band because it has coins right next to it. Like these coins. And by the way, today I also received a Gurkha, silver Gurkha Ghost from Bob, the cigar guy. And I'm gonna do a review on that. Just once and for all, to see whether or not it's really bad. Yes, if you get a Robusto that's originally Toro, you will see the difference. You'll definitely be able to taste the difference. I guarantee you. It's more intense, it's more compressed, it's there. It's there. So the bigger the cigar, the more strength that you gotta receive from the nicotine. The smaller the cigar, the more flavor you gotta receive from the cigar. Alright? Try that out. That's how my experience is with all the cigars in different sizes. And I think that it's gonna totally improve your flavor profile if you decide to go with a smaller one. Nice, thank you, Jason. So also, I was told that when you subscribe to the channel, you have to hit the bell button right next to it. If you don't, when I go live, you will not know. So if you have a chance, click on the little bell right next to subscribe, so that next time when I go live on the random, just because I want to give out something, you won't miss it. Yeah, at least you can click in just to see what's going on. So give that a try. If you don't like it, you can always unclick it afterward. Now the Toro size that's one of the big mistakes I made. In the beginning, I bought all my cigar Toro size, only because it looked badass. It's so big, it looked badass. It's not as long as Churchill, but it's thick, it's good. When you see people smoking cigar on the movie, it's always big. It's always big. and for me, I wanted that. I want to go out and smoke cigar like this, you know, big. No, because when I look at female smoking the cigars, always thin, and you know, if you've seen the skinny, like the 13 Monster skinny, you'll know what I'm talking about. The really thin ones, the Pentamalas, those really tiny ones, and that it doesn't make me feel manly. So I start to get those Toro, and I get sick every time. I get sick, like I literally smoke half of it, and I start to get sick. So if you're a beginner, don't go with Toro. Start with small. You know, get the flavor, get that. Then you can increase the size of the cigar and get down once you get used to the nicotine. But Toro makes you look badass every time. Did you guys receive the email from Tim today? Tim sent out a group email today and talk about all the new things that's coming out. And if you guys haven't seen his Instagram, there's a really black cigar he was going to release soon. That's a new blend. The picture actually shows the black cigar sitting on its own ash. So, what I was told, the Robusto version is coming soon. Alright, so I'm looking forward to that. The Robusto version. I'm totally looking forward to that. Like, if it comes out, same box, I'll buy another box. Yeah, you definitely want to sign up to the email list. So for those people who doesn't know, if you get the email list, sometimes he sends out a email exclusive coupons, only for the people that you know. Like a lot of times you have new blends and stuff like that. People on his email list actually gets it first. So if you want to see the new stuff, just subscribe. You know, if you don't like it, just don't read it. You know, it's a lot of time you get the benefit of being in that mail list. Hey, Kat. Kat, today I had a 1-hour chat with my mother-in-law of how did the soy sauce assassin existed. Also, I had to explain why we had a bathtub calendar. All these mythology rumor of the soy sauce assassin has gotten out of hand a little bit here and there, that people start to hear about it, and when they start to hear about it, they question me now. Blue's Clues, Blue's Clues, and then Blue's Clues for dogs, right? Come on, Cat, you need to start getting to the dog wagon. So yeah, when I say soy sauce assassin in Chinese, it sounds super bad. It actually sounds like I'm a criminal. So while my wife's laughing on the side, my mother-in-law is giving this like, they're talking about you're an assassin? Oh my god. Are you okay? Are you being interrogated? Like she got like all serious look and everything. I was like, come on. It's funny. Or at least it's funny in English. I had to explain. Now I got to a point where I had to explain. I'm still constantly trying to smell if I can smell the lingering smell of the cigar. So far, my room actually looks more clear. There's no smoke. But we'll see. We'll see how that looks out. So I'm hoping today somebody will actually subscribe during the show. Not after the show, but during the show. We need to get a few more people to join. Few more people to subscribe to our channel. So this channel is for everyone. Everyone to enjoy. So anybody, how many people is actually going back to work tomorrow? How many people are actually going back to work tomorrow? Okay, we got 2. I guess the better question is how many people actually work today? If you work today, we need to talk to your boss a little bit. Working from home, that's actually okay. Matt, did you work today or are you working tomorrow? So I want to say that this cigar doesn't pair well with whiskey. It clashes because it's so coffee. It has that coffee aftertaste that I feel like I'm drinking coffee and whiskey at the same time. See, Martin, I was gonna throw it in there later on, but he decided to throw it in now. Guess what I'll be doing tomorrow? Anybody can guess what I'm doing tomorrow? Tomorrow I'll be going to USPS again. That's right, USPS. It's actually like 9 Eastern time or like 8 Eastern time. I get like that notification first thing in the morning when I wake up. So it's gonna be like 8 or 9 Eastern time. Yeah, I need to stop going to USPS, but I'm pretty sure I'll be there tomorrow. I have the stuff packed up. I just have to send it out tomorrow. My next flying will be going to Tim, Cigars Daily. And after that, I have a few more small trips. Then late April, I'll be going to China again. Alright, Kat can explain that to you. Kat, would you like to want to explain what happened to my Facebook profile picture? So far, the ash stays on pretty good, as you can see. I mean, this is the reason why I want to change the camera angle to like this, so that you can actually see the burn on the ash when I'm smoking it. So hopefully that help you with the experience of how good the quality is. And you know, sometimes they just happen to fall off even the good quality, but I wanted to show that you can see this part is where the air leak was. See the little black part that kind of come up? This is where the air leak was. I told you I had a little too loose of a draw. I think this is because the air hole here. But when you have tunneling, having an open space can cause tunneling. So when you get to this point, you want to go slower so it burns better. So Damon, to explain that thing, basically, Kat decided to create the same look of this, a hat, a hoodie, whatever, and decided to go play his video game and then cover the username as SoySauceAssassin. I said, since he named that SoySauceAssassin, it looks like the hat and everything, I might as well change that to my profile picture. So that's why I changed it to that. I'm still looking for the final version of what we choose as the soy sauce assassin, and I will change that. I think what happened is for the future, what I'm gonna do is I'll create another account that's linked to my account, and the name will be soy sauce assassin on it. I'll just use that as is. That way, a lot of people who knows me can actually see my personal pages. People who doesn't know me as much can see the soy sauce assassin one, which they won't see the junk side post. So in the end, I actually decided against changing my platform to Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, Twitch. I look into the Twitch thing for you, enable for people to follow you and subscribe to you. They had to pay money. It's like, what? Well, I don't need people to pay me money. I just wanted to share my experience with everybody. So I end up choosing against it. And by the way, there is somebody named SoySauceAssassin on Twitch because I couldn't choose that name. So that's another reason. So I'll stay on Facebook and YouTube. Hopefully, eventually I can do both at the same time. I don't know how it's gonna work out. But I think YouTube will give me more function in the future to show more, to better entertain. Actually, is doing this software thing around. So for the drawing in the future, it will be a rotating spin wheel that we can choose who's the winner. Just randomly scrolls. It randomly scrolls to somebody. So that way, we can have better winners choices. What do you guys think? You think that's better? Just random score wheel to see who wins. Either that, we'll use a scroll wheel to choose what kind of thing we're gonna do. Either do a number guess, or trivia, or random choices. You know, we can. I'm trying to work that in, and then that way we can have better giveaways, right? Better giveaways and stuff like that. But definitely, I'll continue to give away things. That's the plan. You know, sharing is caring. Let's do that. Yeah, it's a lot of coffee and cocoa notes in here. Not a lot of tobacco. No woodsy taste. No dirt taste. In the beginning, there was some pepper, and it went away really quickly. So this, I think, this is a Habano wrapper. So it does have like that little very smooth taste to it. So you know, for the shipping, eventually we'll find out something. I don't know. I know that Kim puts up a super chat thingy. You know, like somebody can put a few bucks in just to post a message out there, and we might do that for in the future for to cover shipping, cover everybody shipping. Whoever decides to do it, that's fine. If they're not doing it, doesn't matter. Because right now I can't put it up. I don't know how to put it up, so I don't have that option. So you know, a few bucks I can afford it for now. In the future, we'll see what happens. Big items, I had to make you guys pay for it for sure. Big items, I'll $20, $15 shipping, then we'll make it, you know, pay for it. But it will be worth it because whatever I give you will be more than the shipping itself. Hey Jay. And who knows, maybe in the future, some company might decide to sponsor the shipping, you know. But rest assured, when I tell you something about the review, I buy the stuff myself, so we have a good review, honest review. If a cigar tastes like shit, I don't care how much money they're gonna pay me, I'm gonna tell you that it tastes like shit. Left your glasses in the car, too full to get up. I'm too full too. If you see what I have for lunch, oh my god, too much food, way too much food. But you know, it's Christmas. Christmas, don't you know the myth that if you eat in Christmas, it doesn't count towards your calorie count. Eat as much as you want, it doesn't count. Santa Claus is gonna come back Drop off the present and take your calories away. That's the way to do it. Bob the cigar guy responded to my message. So is it noisy right now? Because I can't hear myself. So is the fan noisy to you guys right now? It's running full blast right now. It's not the turbo mode though. This is not turbo. This is high right now. Is it noisy to you guys? I mean, I think this is a good way of telling you how noisy this is. I have my microphone at full right now, and it's about an arm's length from me. And the microphone is about 2 arms length from me. How about let's turn it to turbo to see if you guys can hear it really badly. Alright, let's turn it to turbo for a few seconds. Let's see how it goes. So now it's at turbo. You can see it's drawing smoke very quickly, and it's like still spinning up. It's like I can hear it speed up. Now this is the turbo mode. I think you only need that if you have like 4 people smoking at the same time. It's drawing so much air, I feel the breeze. Maybe a little louder, yeah. So let's turn it back to auto. There we go. Yep. So now it's on auto again. Maybe not on the microphone. I can hear the fan has significantly got more powerful. It's so, like I say, I can feel the breeze now. There's some breeze of air traveling that I can feel it. But now I turn it back to high again instead of turbo. It takes a while to slow down and pick up the speed. So I think in auto mode, right now it's auto mode. But it seems like when you change the speed, it takes a while to slow down. It doesn't change it right away. So now it's back to high again. That's about what it was before. It didn't bother me as much, even though it's right next to me. But I can hear it though. You can definitely hear it. It's definitely now it almost feels like, you know, when you're in the hotel and you turn on the AC and you can hear it running. It's like that. But again, now all the smoke cleared out again. It's quick. But the key is whether or not I can remove that smell, right? So let's continue to go and see at the end whether or not the smell's bad. Yeah, I'll have my wife come down, see if she thinks the smoke is bad. So about a little bit more than 1/3 through, it got sweeter. So this cigar is kind of sweet. It's not like the sweet tips kind of sweet. It's the aftertaste. Now, you know, when you have a sweet, almost like molasses, kind of sweetness to it. That's it. That's what's going on right now. Still have that cocoa taste. Still have that coffee. I think it's more cocoa than coffee right now, and it's more sweet. So far, for the amount of enjoyment out of this, I think it's actually not bad. How long has this stream been going on? Let me double check. So roughly half an hour, and then roughly half an hour. I'm only 1/3 through, so this is gonna be an hour 30-minute cigar. What I'm smoking this is called the Padella Habano Artistino. Let me show it to you guys again. So, as far as I know, this cigar is not for sale right now. I don't think you can only trade for it. I don't think they sell it anymore. But if you can find it right now, I'm telling you, you should go try it. It is a sweeter cigar. If you like infused items, this might be the closest thing to infused that's not infused. All right, so give that a try if you like a coffee infused or whatever. You should definitely try. So what are other? You guys all try some sort of infused, right? Other than coffee, bourbon, cocoa, what other infused taste have you tried? What other infused taste have you tried other than coffee, cocoa, bourbon? That is a nice looking wrapper. This wrapper gets me. It actually takes a lot of work. I feel like they had a base layer of Habano, and they just glue on. I think these are just glued on there. Because some part I can kind of see that's similar to glue, but it's not. I don't know how they put it on there. But I think they glued it on and then they start rolling onto it. Because this cigar feels relatively dry, and it doesn't have that really oily skin. It look more like a glued on skin. So the wrapper itself. I'm trying to twist this band off, but it doesn't seem like it could. Which means some glue is on the wrapper itself. To be honest, I didn't think that this is gonna be that enjoyable. I was like, oh, if this wasn't enjoyable, I'll go grab a filthy bike and cut it to the Robusto that we talked about and see if that's enjoyable. But this is enjoyable, so I'm gonna continue. But it burns funny though. You can see that flakes out a little bit. So cognac infused. I hear a lot of bad thing about it. Oh, the cigar ashes fell off. Cognac infused. I hear a lot of bad thing about it. I haven't seen one person that said the cognac infused cigar blew them away. Especially for the price range. I think cognac infused are usually about $11, $9 to $11 range, and people don't like it. Did you like it, Jay? Did you like that cognac infused? You know what I want to try though? I want to try that marshmallow infused Tim has. If you watch the live show that Tim had one, he rolled marshmallow in one of the cigars. And I really want to try that. Smoked marshmallow. That could be the next it thing. Smoked marshmallow. How many people actually watched that live episode with Tim smoking, made a marshmallow cigar? I actually want to try that. I really do want to try that. It's obviously it's more like a self-abuse kind of thing, but it's, I couldn't imagine burnt sugar is gonna be bad. So I really want to try that burnt sugar taste to it. So I'm checking, still 134. We don't have new people yet. Hopefully we'll get new. At least one. Let's try to get at least one new subscriber today. One. So sweet. It's enjoyable sweet though. It's not like a, oh, sweet. Like a lot of time when I smoke a sweetened cap, sometimes it's so sweet, the chemical sweetness to it, it just doesn't taste good. I like this natural sweetness to it. It's very different. I like the specific time. Oh, we got one subscriber. Woo! One! How'd you guys like that little notification? We're trying to get 200 people in total, obviously, right? Once we get 200, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do a random giveaway again, and we're gonna give out a sampler. A sampler, and you're gonna like it. If you win, you're gonna like it. The sampler will have Davidoff in there. I mean, come on, when did I ever give bad cigars out? Come on, right? I give out good cigars. The sampler will have a Davidoff and will have a Cuban in there. A Cuban that you can be proud of. If we will hit 200 before New Year's. But at this point, we won't have 1 week, so we'll see. Once we hit 200, giving out sampler, the sampler will have Davidoff and will have a Cuban cigar in there. Well worth your time and effort to get 200 people onto this subscribe YouTube. It doesn't even cost money. I'm debating whether or not to give a Trinidad for Cuban or Monte Cristo Cuban or H. Almond Cuban. But we'll see. We'll see. It depends on how I end up. I'll go to my humidor and just put my hand there and see whatever I grabbed out. But it will be a good New Year's thing to receive, I guarantee you. On the side note, because I'm going back to China again, so now I have a few more Chinese cigars left. If you're looking to try Chinese cigar and you just decide to buy one off me, it is open. Just PM me and we'll see how many I have left, and then I'll either, if I have more, I'll let you have one. Only one per person though. If I want to share it so that everybody can have one. But if you are interested, go ahead and PM me on Facebook, and we'll go from there. So that way you can try it. If you like it, you can let me know before I go to China. I'll help you get one. I'll help you get more, I guess. Thank you, William. I appreciate the kind words. See, I'm a good guy, except that every time I take some sort of Facebook, personality test, and one of those things clicks in and tell you whether or not you're a good guy, I always get the bad guys. I always get you're an ass, or you're the horrible person, or like what, are you going to heaven or hell? When I click on it, I'm going to hell. That kind of stuff always happens. You know, when you click like how many percent of asshole are you, I click on it, it's like 300% over the chat. So I'm always the bad guy. Whew. Very enjoyable so far. Very enjoyable. I like the cigar a lot. Thank God I still have 2 more. So far, I'm not bothered by this at all. But do I feel like it's worth $600 yet? Not yet. Really have to see whether or not it cleans the smell up. Obviously, I'm the one that's smoking right now, so I'm not going to be able to tell whether or not this room has smoke smell. But we'll see. I really want this to work, you know, because a lot of people swear by it, right? You see online, they always have one of these units, and a lot of people say they rather have the smoke eater. I couldn't find any regular unit for the smoke eater that, you know, that's just the right size without a lot of modification to a wall or wiring and all that stuff. That would do a good job in the same price range. So I hope this works. If this works, then it's worth the investment, right? So I know $600 is a lot, but if you say $2 a day, a year later you paid it off, right? So, and obviously you got to keep this one more than a year. But there's another thing to think about though. When I was told that the filter, to replace all of the filter in there, is between $70 to $100. All right, it's between $70 to $100, and that could be an annual cost, or that could be you know, biannual cost. It depends how often you're using it. But if I'm only using it for the winter, it's actually not that bad. It could be a by year cost, or even every year or 2-year cost. So this will be technically a long-term review for this, and it's got different fascia to it, like just the cover. But for me, I just get black because I think if I get white or anything on it, the smoke is just gonna make it yellow over time. So I just get black. Now, the retro hill for this smoke is not as smooth as some other cigars. It does kind of burns your nose a little bit, so we'll see. Let me see if there's a sensor for it. Let me see. Yes, there's a light says replace filter, but a lot of time these by time, how long you run it for. So there's another comparison page inside this thing. It actually shows what color the filter needs to be before you consider changing it. For smoke, I actually think that you should really consider to change it, even if the filter is not that dirty, because obviously the smell is gonna go on the filter. So again, this is my first time running this, so I can't tell you whether or not how fast you have to change it. In terms of how much this unit runs electricity, let me go take that booklet and give you the power draw. Be right back. It's literally right next to me. Oh, check this out. There's a remote here. There's a remote in this thing. I didn't even know. I always gotta toss this whole bag away. There's a remote. So the remote's got power. It's got the light. There's a light there. Let me see if it's, yeah, just a light. There's a pollutant button. So I think when you hit it, it actually filters it differently. I guess it draws differently. So people who have allergy probably will use the pollutant setting. And there's an ionizer on here too, so there's a button for the ions. The back of the unit. You know, the back of the unit is really far away from me. Hold on. It says 61 watts. So I don't think that really tells me about how much power this thing draws. So I'm gonna read this. Oh, it's French. Oh, here's English. Oh no, it's French. No, that's English. Okay. Hello. And they come with a mount, a wall mount. So it does come with a really thick metal wall mount, but you gotta make sure that you have a stud in the wall to do it. I might eventually mount it onto the wall, but for now, I just want to be right next to me so I can do the review for it. But it will tell you when to replace the filter. The lights will come up. So you can see, like this, a lot of filter in here, and then all of them when they came in, it's all plastic wrap. You had to remove every single one's plastic wrapping on it. So I'm going through this thing, and then it shows that there's speed and wireless reset, mode and filter reset, moonlight, connect your air filter using your iPhone, changing the sensitivity level. So you can actually change the sensitivity level, how sensitive it is. Okay, when you do auto mode, it's on high sensitivity. When you do pollen mode, it's on standard. So so pollen actually draws less. So the pollutant one. So if the replacement filter light is on, it's actually on the low sensitivity level. It has cleaning instruction which you have to dust off pretty much everything. And there's a particle sensor right on the side which also requires cleaning. Filter cleaning schedule and replacement schedule. It says the filter life of the pre-filter, which is the first layer, is washable. So you just vacuum and wash it. You're supposed to clean that every month. And the rest of the stuff, the median filter, the HEPA filter, the customized filter, the charcoal activate filter, is replaced every 12 months. So I guess the light will come out every 12 months. Next. And this thing has like 5-year warranty or 6-year warranty on this if you register. Have a good night, Tristan. So I'm continuing to see if there's any notes on this. Not much information on that. Let me continue to see what I can find. Yeah, there's not that much information on that. So, oh, by the way, the bottom has a when you get it, there's a bottom stand. That stand can be removed when you mount it on the wall. And it's hold down by a few screws on the bottom. So it's customized options if you want to sit it or you want to mount it. But for this kind of air purifier, I don't recommend to put it on the floor. You want to put it as high as you can. So I'm putting it at where I'm sitting, right? But if you gotta just run in your house near where you want to put it anywhere near where you smoke, because smoke travels up, right? So if you put it in the bottom, it's never gonna find it. It's never gonna draw enough air to do it. So I recommend either you mount it on the wall or you put it the same height where you're smoking, like a coffee table or something. But really, I don't think this is gonna take that much power, because literally it's just a fan drawing power. So if you can run a fan 24/7, then you can run one of these, because all it is fan with a lot of filter on it, right? So how many people actually watched Snoopy today, like Charlie Brown and stuff like that? Is that yesterday or today? I think like there's something that, at least in America, that everybody watched the Christmas shows. And for me, guess what show I watched? I didn't literally watch anything that's Christmas. In fact, what's on TV for me today was Pets movie and the Minion movie and Despicable Me 2, the second one. So I literally didn't get to watch any Christmas show on TV today. I don't know why. Like the channel that will happen to be on is just kids movies. Exactly. I think that was the channel that was on. Hey, look at that, William. Good job. We watched the same channel today. The Bird Box. Die Hard. Die Hard's a good movie. Die Hard is definitely a good movie. Yeah, I was actually thinking that no one's gonna show up to this stream today because it's Christmas. My wife was like, no one's gonna have time to watch with you, right? I was like, that's okay. I'll leave the review on there so people can, because I know a lot of people is always constantly looking for a solution to smoke in home. If this works, it's the best $600 you ever gotta spend, right? If it doesn't work, it's the worst $600 you ever want to spend. Whew. I'm enjoying my drinks today a lot. I usually don't drink, but when I drink, it's good stuff. I also plan to get a single direction microphone. You know how if you look at Tim had a Blue Yeti microphone in the middle. I might go get that. That way the fan noise is not as annoying, I guess. I don't know how bad it is. I had to watch it afterward, and I really don't know how much of the noise is getting through. But eventually I'll try to fix it. That way it's more enjoyable. One thing at a time. I'll definitely fix this for you guys. And having the microphone will allow next time when somebody decides to join me, I already have a second camera that can view out, so we can have two people on the same show. Yeah, I'm in the basement. What does it smell like upstairs? If it does leak up upstairs, not a lot, not as close as downstairs, so not as close as downstairs, not as like intense as downstairs. You don't hear the fan? No, you do hear the fan. It sounds like an empty noise, like oh. And obviously, from yesterday's streaming, I definitely had to update this area a little bit so it doesn't look like the casting couch or back room casting. I don't know what the exact word was, somebody comment on it, whether or not, you're not gonna see woman in this one, unfortunately. You will see me, this sexy body. No. But, I will try to improve the viewing experience for everybody as much as I can. I'm working on that. So what you guys can look forward to is, in the future, we'll have other people who smoke the same cigar to come up to the live chat, and so we can all talk about the same cigar while we're at it. That way, you don't have to just hear from me; you can hear from other people's too. But yeah, that's work in progress. I changed the software that I use. I changed the coding and all that stuff. So one thing at a time. I'm programming into it. I don't have another guy that works my software, so not as cool as Tim. Exactly, William. So I was talking about, maybe one day we should have a Filthy Viking day where everybody smokes Filthy Viking and we can talk about it. Or when Tim released certain cigars that it's easy to obtain, we'll choose a day where we all smoke the same thing. That would be awesome, right? That would be awesome. That way we can all try to see if we can taste the same notes, have the same experience on the same cigar. But yeah, I'll try to make the chat room more different for the future. It is in my list of things to do. That will be my New Year resolution. Not really, but we'll do that. We'll do that. But if we can choose a time to all smoke the same cigar, that would be something cool to do. Soy Sauce Cigar Club. We'll smoke the same cigar and drink soy sauce. What do you guys think? Same cigar, Soy Sauce Club. And I'll put up the list of what we can get, like what kind of cigar we should go get so that we can smoke the same thing. That'll be fun to do, I think. So the cigar started to burn a little weird. I think it's because it's like dying out a little bit. I might have to fix it. We'll see if that fixes itself. Hell yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Don't forget the rice. Eat rice and... I tried to do that before. Eat while I smoke cigar. It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. The rice doesn't work out. Yeah, I had to fix it. It's going too deep in there. That is not burning correctly. So let me fix this. Yeah, a little bit of those burn taste came through. It tastes bad. I think this clears out the ambient smoke relatively quick. I don't see this place gets really cloudy. If you go into a lounge, it gets really cloudy and then lack of oxygen, that kind of feel. It doesn't have that feel when this thing's running. Usually I have another fan and another air purifier running at the same time. That's all turned off now. Everything in the bottom, including my heat, is turned off today, just so that I can have an honest thing of this thing running. We'll see how that works out. Right now, so far, it's working as expected. It is collecting some smoke on the side though. Hopefully that's just the clear film that has like a static thing going on. Yeah, you can feel the draft. There's a draft going on. But so far, I can see why people like the unit. But I haven't got to see whether or not it clears the smell, right? So, what did I get for Christmas? So my wife gives me this cup. That says straight to the point. With a little bullet on the side, if you can see it, bullet. And apparently this bullet is a real bullet. It's .308 bullet head. So this is actual bullet. And it actually said the bullet is made in USA. I had both. I had like a fit. Oh, actually no, both of them are forced air. So one of them is the Dyson heating fan. And I love that thing. It just draws so much power though. It draws 1500 watts of power. And the other one I have it, that's like wired to the wall, which is also a fending like a coil of heat. This lighter here, Cat, for you, you want this? I sell it to you for 500. I buy so many of these, I don't mind to let it go here and there. So you let me know if you want this for 500. I'll sell it to you for 500. Okay. I just buy another one. The reason I'm selling, I could sell this for 500 is because there's another one that's close to 1,000 that I want to buy, but my wife told me that until this one's broken, don't buy another one. So I had to find a reason. It's not central heat in my basement, no. What happened is, when they first did, this house is old, so at the time it did not have all the wiring for the central heat, so they have multiple small fended heat out there. Upstairs I have a central heat system, just not here. I figure. Yeah. Every time I lose my lighter, my wife gets angry. So how do you lose your lighter? That thing's heavy. How do you lose your lighter? Because this thing has weight to it. Especially when it's filled, you can feel like double the weight to this thing. Either I lose it or I give it to a friend, family, or whatever. My wife was like, what did you do? What happened? A good lighter is worth the investment. It lasts you forever. It literally lasts you forever. And the best thing about a DuPont lighter is that it's got that ding sound. That sound gets me. That noise makes me feel classy right there. So I really love this lighter. Like, you'll see a lot of people buy these and then pass down to their kids because this lasts like forever. Every part of this can be replaced. You can replace the valve, you can replace the bottom valve, you can replace the air release, you can replace the flint. Every part of this can be replaced. It's one of those things you buy it and you keep a long time. If you watch Cigars Obsession, the opening noise is literally just this. That's what you're hearing. So this noise is the classic noise of a good lighter. right? Love the sound. I love the sound. I love that sound. Blue, cat. If you want to, they sell called the Line 8. It's about $300 range. It just doesn't have that sound. It is still a soft flame. It's constructed with more of a plastic material, but it's the same soft lighter. And inside the body of it, the body is different, but the internals are relatively the same. So if you want to buy a cheapo version, there's called Line 8 from DuPont. So if you don't care about the sound, that one, because it's not all metal, so it doesn't have that sound. Yeah, like Jay said, it will last forever if you don't give it away. So the only problem that we'll have long term, so if you have it for a long time, is that eventually the valve will start leaking. And when the valve starts leaking, you just had to replace the valve. That was it. It's a quick replacement. Another thing is that they made special valve for the put-in for the butane to go in, but you can buy adapters for it. It costs you $5 for the adapter, or you can buy their little capsules that fills it. So all you have to do is carry that little capsule with you, screw it in, and then you will fill it. So it's kind of cool for traveling purposes, but it depends how people use it. Kat, you gotta do it correctly. First, you gotta buy something for her at $500. Then you go buy a lighter for yourself for $500. Now, if you think that $500 is a waste, then you gotta say, well, I guess the $500 or whatever I bought you is also a waste. But if she accepted the gift, then you are like safe for keeping your own lighter too. Right? My wife does that automatically. If I buy something, she will be the assessor. So I think this thing costs this much, I'll buy something almost the same value, if not double. If not double the value, it will be the same value. My wife does that automatically. Because she'd rather buy whatever she wants by herself than having me go buy something for her. She doesn't like surprises. So I'm just checking how much. Okay, so it's an hour in, and I still having the cigar continue. And I smoke relatively fast, as you guys already know. I smoke relatively fast. So at 1 hour and 31 minutes, maybe 30 minutes or so, this is still going. It's still going strong. So if you got time for this, very enjoyable so far. Very enjoyable. And it's just the way I like it, because I don't like pepper. I don't, because I retrohale a lot. And I have this tendency of smoking a little bit faster, so having pepper actually burns the crap out of my nose. So, but she needs a brand new truck. Then you should have get her the truck. If anything, any person needs is a truck. That's one thing I never bought for myself, and I always want to buy. But having a truck can save you a lot of trouble. Things you want to buy, things you want to move, cleaning your leaf. Plow the snow, pull your car out of the snow. Truck can do all of that. Truck can do all that. Having a truck is like getting a brand new tool set for yourself. You have an excuse to use that truck. And I don't care what anybody say, a woman driving a truck is badass. A woman driving a stick shifter car is super badass. So if your wife drives a truck, I say that's badass. If my wife says she wants a truck and not a sports car, I buy that right away. It's the same cost anyway, right? You buy a Raptor cap door, those like suicide cap doors. It costs probably like what 80 to 100 grand. That's the same amount of money that I buy her car for. So if she says she want a truck, I will have bought it tomorrow. That's how quickly I will go buy it. If she said, hey honey, I think I need a truck, I'm like, done. Load everything up, 4x4, let's go. It is a must. It is a must. I just can't, because we both drive sports car. My wife loves to drive fast. She have a lit foot. She drive faster than me. She scared the crap out of the salesperson in Mercedes Benz. All right, she scared me. So you can imagine, like, she doesn't like soft springs. She like really tight to the ground, so that when she bends the wheel, you will know. She wouldn't know. She continue to drive as fast, and the car was shaking, and she'd be like, nah. But when I drive, it's like, what did you do to your rims? Titans from Nissan. Tundra. Is it Tundra? I think Tundra's to Toyota. So it's not Honda. But you know, I have to tell you, if you gotta buy a truck, buy a real truck, okay? I'm not a particular American car person, but I say if you want to buy a truck, go buy a Ford F-150 or 250 or 350 if you feel like it. Those are real trucks. Those are real trucks. You gotta buy real trucks. Those 150 can tow trucks away. Like you seen those tow trucks? 150 can probably tow those tow trucks away. Those are amazing. So if you gotta buy a truck, buy a real truck. Like I'm not a particular American car person. I'm like a German car, Japanese car person, and a Honda fanatic. All right, I used to modify my Honda car like no tomorrow. Everything from the engine and up. But if you gotta buy a truck, buy a real truck, right? Buy a real truck. Ridgeline. You're right, Matt. Ridgeline is down that one. But if you seen the Ridgeline, the bed, the truck bed is so tiny, it doesn't feel like a real truck. Get a real truck. Get one of those F-150 has an attachment for the cage, for the back, and for the front. And then get those like cases, you know, those steel cases you can mount it in the back of the bed. Put whatever you want in there, right? I know all my friends put their weapons in there, but yeah, the VTEC isn't gonna kicking on those Ridgeline. Can you imagine driving a truck and then just drive right next to another car and go like, VTEC kicked in, yo? No. I love VTEC's noise though. VTEC noise just get your heart boiling, and you don't have to worry about it because the car isn't that fast. Your car's driving all the way to the red line, and you're still going 55 miles an hour. No ticket. That's the way to do it. You know, I used to have those Civic VTEC, and I have the RS VTEC. In Japan, we have the we call it Integra Type R DC5s, and I'll be like shifting, and then my wife like, oh, how fast are we driving? I'm like, it's going red line, and we are 55. You ride the red line 3 times, right? First gear, second gear, third gear, which had the best noise and best speed ratio, and next thing you know, you're at 55. Never a ticket for driving that fast, right? When you're driving a German sports car, that's not even possible. Second gear, you're at 80. Nowadays, not VTEC anymore. It's iVTEC, by the way. iVTEC turbo. So yeah, car makes a man feel more man. Makes a woman even more womanly. Alright, if they drive a stick shift, oh man. We used to joke about it. A woman that can work a stick is a real woman. 94 hatchback. Now you gotta do 95, which is when they really start to work those VTEC. Because 94 Civic hatchback is still single cam. So yeah, when I say third gear, 55, you gotta have dual cam. You got a single cam, you're probably at 45. You're cruising at city speed where your engine is screaming, you know, VTEC, but everybody's just like driving very slowly, and you're like, but people are just looking at you like. When I used to drive the Civics, I would like go VTEC everywhere I go, and there was one time this old lady passed me and honked at me on the highway. She honked at me because I was driving too slow. But I was like literally going. That lady was driving a Volkswagen. She gone. Volkswagen. And I think it was a Passat. Gone. Why I'm still like, I was going fast and furious, shifting like 20 times just to get to the speed. That didn't do so well after I get my first BMW. My first BMW was I think it's 125i or 135i, and second gear you can go to 80 already. So I totally did not enjoy that because you don't get to rev it up. You don't get to rev it up. So that was disappointing. But then when I got the M3, the V8 M3, it actually rises very high. But again, if you ride a V8 E92 M3, and then you at second gear ride all the way up, sounds super great, but you're close to 90. You're actually almost 100 at second gear. So defeats the point. So I can never drive too fast on that. Like you rarely hear the high rev on that V8, even though you try to. I used to love that Volkswagen commercial with a really weird guy. Volkswagen baby, Volkswagen baby, German engineering. But that commercial was gone. I actually thought those commercials was pretty good. Did you know like at one time I think the Volkswagen was selling like for like 13,000 base price. It was cheaper than the Civic. At that time I actually thought about buying the Volkswagen. So. Because it was cheaper than the Civic at the time. I think Civic standard price for Civic LX was like 16,000, and that was 13 something, almost 14. I was like, wow! But I end up saving up the money to buy the M3 instead. Because packaging and presentation gets me, and at that time, the M3 was the only one with the carbon fiber rooftop. You lose the sunroof, but you get the carbon fiber rooftop. Every day I'm just looking at it, I was like, oh. Carbon fiber rooftop. Oh, carbon fiber rooftop. It doesn't dent up. I actually have a car that has a sunroof where a piece of hail hit it and it dent the side between the edge and the sunroof. It's like right. That's the sunroof. That's the edge. It's like right there, and they can't even remove that dent because it's too small. This cigar, let's go back to this cigar. This cigar is really, really, really good. Very, very enjoyable. It just burns funny. But very, very enjoyable. If you can find this, trade for one. It's really, really cool. It's really, really good. The Shelby Mustang, a beautiful car. Alright, I would say that the Mustang GT, the Mustang Shelbys are really cool cars. I just don't like the gauge, but it's a beautiful car. Right now, if you have $30-something thousand, you should go buy either a nice GT Shelby or a M3, because the old V8 M3 is selling about that price around about 30 grand. When I bought it for $88,000. I think that's how much I bought it. I usually buy cars around that price range because I like that number 80, 88. Sub car is one of the things I don't understand that much. They say it's the same technology they use in the airplane to make the car, but that's just really a turbine engine, like turbo engine. It's not really the airplane, because I don't see any sub car flying. So it's not false advertising, because I'm pretty sure if you use the airplane technology, the car should fly, but it doesn't fly. Only thing I didn't like about the Shelbys is that the rear window has those fins, so you can kind of see through the window, but it's like, you know, the C-pillar is really blocking the C-pillar seeing through, so I can't really see through the back. That's one of the things I didn't like. But the design of it, sexy, alright, sexy. I just don't like the gauge. It's like those muscle car gauge I don't like. If I had a garage that fit 3 or 4 cars, I might just keep a GT in the garage, just because it looks pretty sexy. And then there's so many parts to modify the car to look even hotter, even more manly, I think. So it's a good car. It's definitely a good car. And for that price, I can buy 2 of those versus my 1 car. I get twice as the enjoyment versus that 1 car I have right now. Because right now I drive a 4-door. I have another 2-door, but my wife drives that regularly, because like I say, she drives a lot faster than me, so she wants to drive the 2-door. I drive the 4-door. Even though it's a V8 engine, I drive slower than her. But I want to drive a 2-door, right? If I can have a space, I put another 2-door car. What an enjoyable cigar. The M5 looked too big on me. It's much bigger car. It doesn't seem like it, but once you start driving it, you'll feel the weight. So that's why M3 is much more popular. But M5 brand new, looking like 100 grand. So. Yeah, use that as an excuse. When your kid's growing up, now they need a car. It's time for them to work and pay you for that car while you pay the new car. Right, 2-door. A lot of people like Corvette, and I think the new Corvettes are coming out. Right? So. New Corvettes are coming out. Nissan Skyline. Now, are we talking about the R32s? Because R33 and R34 is like, internal performance. If you've driven an R32, you know what I'm talking about. R32 drives like a dream. R33 is like, why did they even make that car? And R34 kind of fixed it, but it looks better too, but it's not there. That heart is gone. Just like the Fair Lady, the Z's. The new Z doesn't really have it. I actually like the Z30, the Z35 versus Z37. So, but the GTR, they're changing the look on it too. So, we'll see. I mean, that's at least 2 years away from me because I already ordered another car. So when that car comes by, I'll buy that car, and you know, maybe the next car I'll change it again. But yeah, how sexy would a mid-engine Corvette be? That's gotta be like a supercar look. There's actually one guy that does review just on Corvettes, and he had 2 Corvettes. He actually said the manual version of Corvette doesn't drive that well. He actually gone back to the automatic one because he had an automatic one. He bought a manual one, and I think the manual one didn't do so well, so he went back to the automatic one. Well, was that the other way around? He bought the manual one and ended up buying the automatic one because the manual one was full of problems. Ferrari doesn't drive that well. Believe it or not, those people who have Ferrari as a dream car, go test drive one. Ferrari doesn't drive that well. I mean, I have got to a point where manual car isn't as convenient for me anymore. I just don't feel like it's convenient. A lot of times, simply like stop and go, in terms of like traffic and stuff like that, it doesn't really drive well for me anymore. In younger age, I love traffic because that means I can continue to shift. But you know, before I know it, the clutch is gone and I had to change it. So it's like Ferrari is a good track car, but I don't think Ferrari are that nimble. They're not nimble enough. Straight lines, a lot of enjoyment, but they're not that nimble. I'm looking at sound statistics right now. Hold on a second. Yeah, Ferrari, you're really buying because they don't want to sell it cheap. So if you know the history of Ferrari, Enzo Ferrari does not like any of the car he's selling. I don't know if you know. He hated all the design of the Ferrari, but he needs to keep his F1 team and this racing team going, so he had to sell cars, and he does not like the design of any of the Ferraris, other than Enzo. So yeah, and Dan's right. There's a lot of better car for less, especially for normal use. Like if you never go to track, there's plenty of other cars. Yeah, if you're really into the history of Ferrari, the only reason he started selling cars is because he ran out of money to run the racing team. So he needs to start selling cars to cover for his racing team. And that was the reason he sells. And he hated the design. He hated all the designs. He doesn't design those cars, so it's the designer that designed it, and he didn't think that those cars represents what he does, because he only liked the F1 look, so he really hated those car designs. And if you actually been into one, the interior is luxurious, but everything else is not there. Ferrari are very heavy in maintenance cars, so it always breaks down. All the sports car is not reliable. If you want a reliable car, don't buy a sports car because you end up going to fix it all the time. And then obviously, as a person that likes car, I can tell you that when you have a sports car, you constantly want to change something about it. There's always something new that comes out. You always want to retrofit. You always want to do something different. So Porsche 911 Turbo S, the new 911 are sexy. But I like the Carrera better because I like the wide body. I actually don't like the small body. So did you know Porsche used to design Volkswagen buggy? The Volkswagen Beetle was originally designed by the person that designed the Porsche. He ended up move on and then make Porsche. But obviously he ran out of money. So Porsche now is owned by Volkswagen. Again. Either a Raptor or a new sports car for fun. I'm torn between the two. Like, you know, it's like, I'm gonna quit this company. I'm gonna design my own car much better than your buggy. And then, here, you see my love cars? They are that expensive, much better than you. And then a few months later, hey, Volkswagen, I'm running out of money. Would you like to buy my company? And Porsches are expensive too. What I didn't like is when I go to Porsche dealers, they didn't take me seriously. They're like, this young kid, he's not gonna have money to buy. Which is really funny because that Porsche dealer is right on top of it's like a third floor building. So first floor is BMW, second floor is Mini Coopers, and third floor is Porsche. So I went up to the third floor to look at Porsches. Not one person come to see, hi, how can I help you? Not one person. I was sad. I was like, okay. Went downstairs by entry. When a dealer doesn't take you seriously, that's when you turn around and walk out. Because you can buy car anywhere. You can buy car online, you can buy car in dealer, you can go online to see if there's another dealer that's willing to take you in. There's always way to buy cars, but when they don't take you seriously, that's when I walk out. I don't care how good the car is, because I can buy it somewhere else, right? So if you don't take me seriously because I look like 10-year-old, like, come on, stereotype me a little bit, right? Asian young people come to look at Porsche, he just might buy it. But no. If you want to keep a long-term car, I would say buy the truck. Only because it's easier to get rid of a truck at good value. You can beat the truck to like nothingness, like 150,000 miles, and there's still somebody will buy it. So a truck holds a value much better than a sports car. But don't ever buy a sports car used. If you buy a 911 Turbo S used, you can expect the person who owned it beat it like you are going to beat it. Because they knew they gotta sell it, so they beat it. What's breaking period? I don't know what breaking period is. I'm gonna drive it like crazy, and I'm gonna trade it in before you know it. And the next person is gonna overpay. They're going to bring it to the state because they're afraid the market won't support it. Right? F-150, always people will buy a good price for it, especially if you have the butt warmer and butt cooler function on there. In the northern side of the US, people will buy it for whatever price because there's always people that want it. The market is out there. If nobody wants to buy it, the people who work in the construction field will always want to buy a beater truck because they beat the crap out of the truck and they don't want to pay too much for it. So obviously they're not going to go buy a brand new F-150. But if you use F-150, they love to buy it. They love to buy it. They don't care if it has 150,000 miles on it. They don't care if it has 200,000 miles on it. It's perfect for them. But you need a butt warmer and butt cooler. That's what you need. That's what everybody needs. One thing I don't have on my current car right now that I miss is a hand warmer, the steering wheel warmer. It has a little switch in the bottom of the steering wheel. It heats up the steering wheel. It's like, yes, yes. But yes, I like F-150s. I can get excited over F-150s. One car that I don't own, that I can afford yet, I don't buy, that I can get excited over. It's a very good car. It's a very good car. For if you watch this, I could use a F-150. There was a recent news about a car. Somebody owned a car and then something fell down, destroyed the car, but the person was fine doing a disaster area, and then that was and then I think Toyota decided to give him a brand new car because it saved the guy's life. Glenn, did you tag yourself? Did you just tag yourself? 250. You know, I think the 250 are more manly. 350 even more manly. The 350 are big and they're manly car. They're must have. But I can't see a practical use of paying that kind of price tag for a 350. So I can only get excited for the 150. Toyota Tundra was it? About how Tundra is like bulletproof kind of thing, you know? F450? I didn't even know there was an F450. I did not know there was an F450. But like, when I'm talking about, obviously the trucks, I'm talking about the Raptors, you know, that has the power and the styling and everything. One thing I didn't get is people who put, you know, this Raptor had a spoiler at the end. What are you doing with a spoiler on a truck? That thing does not need downlift. Does not need to keep the truck down. The truck will run over anything, right? I don't know why they put a spoiler on it. I guess it looks cool, but it looks kind of weird to me. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? The little spoiler that's at the end of the truck. I don't remember exactly how that truck was damaged. I just know that it was heavily damaged, but they saved the guy inside. And then they decided to give him a new car. It's a factory thing though. William, that's a factory spoiler. It came with the car. See, 800 foot-pound of torque will tow anything. Even can probably tow my house. That's a lot of power. 800 foot-pounds of torque. 440 horsepower. Let's not even bother to talk about the horsepower, because the horsepower, that really doesn't mean anything after, you know, if you can take off. But if you can take off at 860 foot-pound of torque, that thing will tow anything. Like if your car is about to get towed away by a tow truck, you just floor it and it's gonna tow that tow truck away with it. That's something amazing. All right. I don't usually talk good about American cars because I think like Ford Focus look ugly as hell, and you know, some of the stuff. But the classic things, such a thing as like a Camaro looks very, very good. Ford Mustang GT looks really, really good. And truck, the F-150. Let's not even talk about the Ram. Like, I don't even know why Dodge hadn't made a truck that's called Ram. But you know, but F-150 is there. It's there. But that's different, Glenn. You're a baller, so you can have it both. But yeah, like the truck literally tows it like he doesn't even know it's there. It's that much power. If you drive a sports car, 500 foot-pounds of torque, or 400, even 300 foot-pounds of torque, it's gotta go nowhere. It's gotta skid the tire. It's not gonna go anywhere. But it's crazy that the truck can have that much foot-pound torque. It's not gonna lose traction. It's gonna continue to go, and it goes that fast. A truck. A truck that can do that, that's, you know. I just don't like the design of the Ram. I didn't think Ram, you know. Also the Toyota truck, I was like, why do you even make a truck? It doesn't fit the style here. You know, everything had to be bigger here. Instead of, if you gotta sell it in like the south part of it, like Texas, everything had to be bigger in Texas, right? So make a truck that looks like a truck, you know? Truck. All right, here we go. Too excited about truck. I know I don't even own one, so I don't know. I want a truck. I envy the friend that has trucks because whenever I want to buy building materials or furniture and stuff like that, I wish I had a truck. But I don't have a truck. You know, you think that by now I will have bought like a I don't know $3,000 junkyard trunk by now, but I just don't. I don't know. I like it. I just don't. And I don't have to garage that thing. I can leave it outside. It'll just look the same. It'll look like out of the factory all the time because that's how the truck's supposed to look. The truck should look like it's aged. It has run through some serious, I don't know, forest or something like that. Get some damage on it. People purposely put bullet hole stickers on trucks, you know. But I don't own a truck. I never had a truck. I did have Jeeps. Jeep Wrangler has saved me a lot during the student years. Hey Damon, welcome back. Hey guys, so now the smoke has went down. I'm done with this cigar. I'm going to get my wife to come down and see if she can smell really bad smoke here. Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I don't have a be right back screen yet, but give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my wife to kind of smell this room and see how it smells like. All right. Few minutes. I'm going to find out if this place smells like smoke. This minute is about me come down and smell if it smells like cigars. Like how bad? Is it bad?
Manageable?
Manageable?
Yeah.
How bad? Like out of 10 from previous experience.
A 5 out of 10?
So if the worst case is
10 out of 10.
and this is 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like there's no, you can't see the smoke anymore.
Yeah, you can't see the smoke.
The room is clear. Before you walk in, you can see the smoke.
Okay, but what about smell? They all only care about the smell.
Smell was pretty good.
Like how bad is the smell?
Better than the musty bases now.
Well,
Smells pretty good. Very clean. I mean, but there's still a hint of cigar.
Away from me though, like I'm gonna stand here. Because I definitely smell like cigar, so.
Yeah, but it's pretty good.
It's pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is it worth $600?
Versus what you had before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
So did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? My wife has given the thumbs up saying that this unit is worth $600. It smells a lot better. It does not look like it smells like full of smoke. So for her it's a 5 out of 5, meaning because she said the worst time is 10, right? So this is significantly better. She said it does still smell like smoke though. It's just a lot better, a lot more clear. So if I leave this running for tonight, maybe tomorrow it wouldn't have that smell anymore. All right, Jason, have a good night. I don't know if you're still on, but have a good night. I just saw that message, so. So yeah, I guess it does work. It does work. For my wife, it's worth $600. So if you think for a year, it's like $2 a day. Would you spend $2 a day to have less problems? I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, 50% reduction in smoke smells and 100% reduction. I think this is 100% reduction because I don't see any smoke lingering here. And that could be because it's right next to me, but she says it's worth $600. I think right now it might just worth $600. I'm surprised. I mean, Glenn, for your office, I think that will really work. You know, I mean, we're talking about 700 square feet basement here right now. 700 square feet, do 50% better. I think that's really, really good. Awesome. I really hope this helped you guys. I'm doing a smoke as well, and I'm not telling you myself how it's not smoking like smelling like smoke, because my assessment of how it smells like smoke is not gonna be accurate because I'm the one that's smoking, so I'm not gonna smell it. But if she can come down to the basement door is closed the whole time until now, all right, and she comes down and say does not smell like smoke, I think that's really, really good. That will be worth the investment. So there are cheaper models. I think the cheaper model is about $500, and I think the only difference is that it does not have the Wi-Fi function. So I would say do the cheaper model, which is about $500. Definitely should look into it then. I think the cheaper model is the A700. So there's A700 and 780, and the A700 is the cheaper model. And the only difference I think is the Wi-Fi unit, Wi-Fi on it, because it really is just a fan with multiple good filters in between. So, but at least even though you guys don't get to see her, you guys get to hear her. So technically she's in the show, right? She's in the show with her voice. What do you guys think? I think that's pretty good. I'm impressed by the unit. I'm gonna let it run tonight, all night, and see if tomorrow it smells even better. Tomorrow I'll have my wife come down and smell it, see if it got rid of all the smoke smell. That would be very amazing if tomorrow there's no smell at all, right? That would be very amazing if overnight it got rid of all the smells. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. I am very impressed. $600 well spent. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Save you some trouble. Says, no, when your wife or kids run in and says, "Dad, this room smells horrible." Well, honey, like, do you have to smell in the room and you have to smoke in the room? Can you just go outside, kind of thing, you know? You know, Damon, at this point, I would just say do your best for the creativity you have. I guess at this point, it doesn't really have to be a soy sauce bottle. The reason I go with the soy sauce bottle is because that's my original vision. But based on what I see, it wouldn't really matter. It could just be a character, a human being, or whatever. It just had to be cute. My wife had to approve it, and when my wife had to approve something, it has to be cute. So, you know, I'll take a lot of. I take suggestions. I take you know, anything right now, because that character is really just for fun. And I think that you know, it's a legacy of what this chat room come to be, right? And I'm an easy person, so you know, I think I just want to have a character to represent this chat room for all of us. Yeah, I mean, Damon, go ahead, give it a try. Give it a try. Have a ninja hold a soy sauce bottle or something like that. I don't know. We'll do it. We could go with that. We'll see what happens. We can see what happens. I'm looking forward to have that done, to be really honest with you. And obviously, I'm looking forward to have 200 subscribers. But we're at 135, I think. 135. So Soy Sauce Cigar Club. William, what do you want that to happen? Do you want me to make a group on that? Do you want me to, I don't know. Like, what can I do to make this much more enjoyable for all of you? And you let me know. All the suggestions will be put into serious consideration. And if something that I can do, I definitely do. So, but don't forget, I still, even though we have all these stuff, I'm still a fan of the Cigars Daily Nation. So I want to be Cigar Daily Nation fan, just like Bob the Cigar Guy or Martin Cigar Review. So, by the way, since I already mentioned it, Bob the Cigar Guy does have his own channel, and Martin has his own channel. If you know, it doesn't hurt you to subscribe to their channel as well. We should support our own group of people, in my opinion. So just go look at their videos and subscribe to them as well. I think that really helps everybody to continue to make their videos, and hopefully we can get together and do some cigar review together. That will be very fun. Yeah, I think that's one suggestion that I will go with. I will announce what cigar I plan to do, and then we can all smoke the same cigar together on certain times. Maybe on Saturdays, where I'll choose a cigar, and then we can ahead of time. Like, I'll probably choose a cigar on Monday, and then we will smoke together on Saturday. Give us 1 week of time to find that same cigar. That'll be really fun. I think that'll be really good to talk about how everybody's taste is different, right? Do we taste the same note? Do we taste not the same notes? Does one of the stick happen to burn bad versus the rest? So, and I really think that we should support the community, because making the video takes a lot of time, and none of us makes money out of doing this. So I think, have a little bit of support, just simple subscriptions, or maybe make a comment on the video. It drives the people to make more, because we're doing this for fun. We're doing this to help people to look forward to the next cigar, and I think something that doesn't cost you money. Simple support is the best we can do, right? Simple support, and continue to do that. It makes everybody's enjoyment better. It makes the people who make the video feel happier to make more video, and obviously Bob the Cigar Guy continues to help to give more stuff out. I will continue to give out stuff whenever I can. So having the support, it will be great. Oh, someone's having a celebration cigar. Someone is having a good celebration cigar. And that's what I wanted to do. Kind of expand this group. As a sub event of Cigar Daily, because we're all fans of Cigar Daily Show, and I want to be the character that help everybody be happy and enjoy the group, enjoy the time that you're smoking, because I think majority of the time we smoke alone, and when we smoke alone, it doesn't taste as good as if you smoke with someone else, right? And this is our way of smoking together, and this is my way to smoke together with all of you, even though we only have 13 people. That, to me, 13 people is a lot, and go to the lounge, 5 people is a lot. So it really makes me enjoy the time to spend smoking, and spend the money to kind of review things that we might buy in the future. So definitely the way to do it, in my opinion, definitely the way I do it. In the future I might go to do a review pairing with other stuff that we usually don't pair with. Hopefully a cigar with tea, cigar with stuff. You don't see it right now, but this is actually my Kung Fu tea table. I don't know if you know what Kung Fu tea is. We have regular tea where we just brew and drink, right? And this is my table, because you can't see it, but I have a set of Kung Fu teas right here. This is the standard equipment for Kung Fu teas. So we can talk about that in the future. I want to try it to see how different it would be to kind of try different thing with cigars. Try different thing with cigars, and experience is everything. I mean, cigar is a type of hobby that you have to experience, have to try, continue to try to get the best enjoyment out of it. Nobody has the same preference on cigars. Nobody has the same exact taste buds. Nobody has the same. Even in certain cases, what I think is cocoa taste might not taste like cocoa to you, right? So when I taste the chocolate, I was like, oh, this hot chocolate tastes very chocolatey. Some people say, no, this tastes nothing like chocolate at all. You know, that interests me and intrigues me to see how we feel different to what we have the same thing. When you have the same thing having a different experience, that's the amazing part. And I'm really looking forward to do a lot of those with all of you. All right, so I think this review is a successful review. We definitely test this out. We saw the smoke going in and everything. Tea leaves on the bag is for rookies. Tea leaves on the bag is for rookies. You want loose tea. You want the tea leaf to be able to expand to get the best brewing. The first brew of a tea does not taste as good as the second brew, so that's, we always dump that out. So I will have the whole set of things here so that in the future we can all test out together. Yeah, when you do it the different way, you realize that it's like, hey, I understand why things are done the way they are. A lot of things that we have today, it was done because sheer convenience. Coffee was invented for convenience. Did you know that? Coffee, the way we drink it today, is not the same coffee of the rest of the world. The rest of the world drink coffee black. We drink it with creamer and all that stuff. Coffee originally was done for pure simplicity and ease for the people that work in the construction field, in the mining field and stuff like that. Just pour water over it and you have coffee to drink. But in other countries, actually espresso with hot water. It's called Americano. So, when you think about coffee, literally the coffee we drink in the rest of the world is called that New York style. I was like, New York does not drink coffee like this. But they call it New York style because Americans drink coffee just simply having ground coffee and pour water over it. But the rest of the world drinks espresso, add water. So if you think about the straight black, that's still a very watered down version for convenience. The real coffee is actually ground out espresso beans and coffee beans, but essentially made with espresso weights, push the water through at pressure to get the essence of the coffee out, and then add water. So there's a big difference. You try tea from UK. What kind of tea? There's different tea leaves. The tea that I made for my wife actually consists of 4 different leaves. So to make that blend that she wanted, the royal milk tea that she wanted. So I had to blend the tea to be able to do it. So yeah, Jamaica have their good coffee beans there. If you have not tried it, go try some Ethiopian coffee beans. Those are the authentic stuff, and then the sweetness aroma that comes from bitter beans, so good, so good. All right, gotta have the Ethiopian, the real Ethiopian beans. I am looking to do like a different kind of coffee pairing. Once Cigar City release their coffee brew, I will do a review right here, and then we can pair it with either Filthy Viking or Box Rebellion. I think that would do a pretty good job. We should try that. All of us should get those coffee beans and try it to pair to see how it goes out. Because I think that it will be interesting to find out whether or not Tim is right in regards to the pairing, whether or not it's a good pairing with cigar or a bad pairing with cigar. And you can be sure if it's bad coffee, I'll let you know it's bad coffee, because I'm a serious coffee drinker. All right, if anybody drink coffee like me, they will tell you if coffee bean is bad. What, you're done? William, where did you go? You're done with your cigar, William? Is that what you meant? The UK tea are usually breakfast, English breakfast, or Earl Grey's, or Assam. Assam is another royal tea, so. what leaf is in my wife's tea? My wife has standard Chinese black tea with Chinese jasmine, with English Assam, and with Indonesian, or not Indonesian, India Earl Grey. It's a mix of those four together to make the blend. I'm a tea sommelier. So she wants the perfect mixture so that it comes out in a specific way. So it took me a year to experience to get that perfect taste for her. So now that's the tea that I make for her to drink every day. But for my preference, I like the Hawaiian beans, but they're kind of expensive, Hawaiian coffee beans, and so Ethiopian is a more cheaper alternative. Obviously, they all had to be Arabica beans. At the same time, Colombia coffee beans are actually pretty good too. Now, Glenn, I don't know what chicory is. Oh, lemur. Like, see, if you tell me lemur poop coffee, then I can tell you I tried that. Yes, it's very expensive. One cup of that was like $25-$30. I did try it. It is more refined, has more acidic taste to it. In a way, it has a sweet taste to it. But that's pretty much it. Would I pay another $30 to drink that kind of coffee? Probably not. It's not because it was poop coffee. It's not because it's poop coffee, because you don't taste the poop. Well, I wouldn't know. All I taste was coffee. But I think that kind of aroma plus the acidic taste to it, they're not worth the $25 that you will spend on a cup of coffee. So there you have it. $25 for a cup of coffee. It is the second most expensive cup of coffee I ever bought. The first most expensive coffee is just coffee. Can you imagine this? All right, so the most expensive coffee I drink is in a restaurant opened by Gordon Ramsay in Japan. And I was there for breakfast, and my mom showed up, and all she wanted was coffee, a cup of coffee. So I said, yeah, I just give my mom a cup of coffee. And they asked me what kind. I was like, doesn't matter. My mom just wanted to drink black coffee. So they gave her a cup of black coffee. I drink that, and she drank that. It was just normal, right? They charged me $16 a cup of coffee. $16 for a cup of coffee. So that's my second most expensive coffee I ever purchased. $16 cup of coffee. I definitely did not try that. I don't even know the term chicory. So yeah, Gordon Ramsay, if you ever come to this screen, and if you ever watch this chat, your coffee is way too expensive and didn't taste that good. If even regular coffee, you'll say, man, that coffee tastes like shit. And now I think he's gonna sue me for it. So, but Gordon Ramsay, $16 coffee, I expected more. That was like $1 coffee. I could get better coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. There we go. Woo! Vent it out. Vent it out. Let it go. Let it go. Woo! Yeah, Gordon Ramsay, maybe you can cook, but you can't make coffee. You don't know how to drink coffee, man. I will, Glenn. Actually, I will look up what chicory coffee is after the stream. I'm actually intrigued. Is it a very strong coffee? I mean, from Jay saying that chicory is more strong for him. So is it like a much stronger? Is it normally drink black? Chicory. No, I want to look it up. My handy dandy cell phone. Chicory coffee. Oh, So Coffee Du Monde is actually a coffee brand, right? Coffee and chicory. So is chicory additive? Oh, chicory is a flower. Chicory is a flower. Okay, I'll look into it. Maybe do they sell that in like Stop and Shop, something like that? Because it looks like a standard coffee ground. I will look into that. That sounds interesting. I'll go buy one to taste it. Chicory coffee. So it's coffee with some floral stuff in it. Interesting, interesting. I learned something today. That's cool. Thanks for suggesting that, Glenn. I tried the Death Wish coffee. I think I became Asian Don't Sleep because I tried that coffee one time in my life and I no longer sleep. I did try the Death Wish coffee. In fact, there was a capsule that my friend also let me try. It's called like Yellow Hornet or something like that. It's a little capsule. It's got 12 times the caffeine in there. I tried that and yeah, I no longer sleep. So Asian Don't Sleep came from that. I don't sleep. I don't sleep anymore. What sleep? Sleep is overrated. Yeah, I'll definitely look into it. I apparently everybody knows except me. Right, David Lee knows what Yellow Jacket coffee capsule is. It's just you add it to regular coffee, and that thing is just pure caffeine. And like you drink it, you feel so awake that even at night you're like, why did I drink that? Why did I drink that? Why? You know, it's scary. It's just pure caffeine. I'm surprised. Anyways, so I think today we did a good job on the review, and tomorrow I'll post whether or not the smell went away completely. And if you like number 9 and you feel like number 9 could be more flavorful, more stronger, and the pepper, if you like pepper, then you get the T52. T52 is a stronger version of 9, more peppery as well. So if you don't want more peppery, don't get T52. But once you get to T52, know that it's just a stronger version of number 9. Yeah, construction worker use them a lot. I can see why they need it. So some people prefer the T52. If you like the pepper taste, you like the stronger flavor, you definitely go with the T52. Number 9 is just the lighter version. Anyway, so I think I'll end the chat today here. It's 2.5 hours. I had a really good time reviewing the cigar. The cigar is definitely worth a try if you can find it. Definitely give it a try. Even if you don't, just to collect one actually looks pretty cool. And I hope you guys had a good time. I had a better understanding of the RabbitAir. This is no BS review. My wife was the one that gave the verdict, not me. So I think that's more honest than me saying that I don't smell any more cigar smells. So I hope that helped you in the decision of whether or not you want to buy and put this whole investment in this unit. And like I said, tomorrow I'll post whether or not the smoke went off even more. I'll drag my wife down, have her smell it to see if it get better. And I'll continue to refine the chat room to make it better for everybody. And make sure to subscribe. Make sure to click on the bell thing so that when I do random chat room, you can join us too. You can choose whether or not to join, right? So, and yeah, just click on the bell thing so that it makes a notification. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, $2 a day. If you think about $2 a day, is not a bad deal at all. Just put away $2 every day. 1 year later, you have a unit. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And thank you for watching. I'll see you on Facebook.